What's up guys, Crean here from LogicLounge.com. I want to start a brand new segment here on Logic Lounge called Ask Logic Lounge, where you guys can ask us questions throughout the week and we'll try to pick out one that we can respond in a public video format like this. So, let's get started. Now, this question comes from Facebook from a username Eoin, maybe? I think? I don't know. Anyways, his question is, hey, can you send me a sample of what emails you're sending to companies to get review products? Well, I can't send you my specific email format, but I can tell you what to include and give you some helpful tips. Tip number one, and this is probably the biggest tip that I can tell you, be sure to email or talk to their PR representative. Don't go through technical support, don't go through sales support. Go through their PR contact because they're there for that exact reason. They're there for public relations from websites, from YouTube channels. They're there for that exact reason. So be sure to email them, and you can usually get that by going to their contact page, and they'll usually have a list of different contacts. Be sure to go and look for that PR representative. Tip number two, be short and sweet. Of course, not too short where they're not going to really understand what you want, but not too long where you're actually going to have to make them read paragraph upon paragraph of what you want to do. Basically, state who you are, state where you're from, usually it'd be a YouTube channel or a blog, and then also tell them what you want to review. That's the biggest thing. Don't just say, I want to review a product. Be specific. Usually you're going to want something that's new and out on the market because that's where they're going to be wanting to get their most press attention, is that new product that they have out. And now for step, I guess, 2.5, because it kind of adds on to step 2. If you're a larger company or a person who has a very large YouTube following or have a very large blog, you might want to throw in a one-page sheet of your analytics data, usually where your traffic's coming from, what they're searching for, stuff like that. I usually consolidate it into one sheet and attach it along so they can kind of get a sense of what my audience is like. Tip number 3, be prepared for no's. You got to be prepared for those people who just really don't want to send you products, and it's either that you don't have enough traffic, can't get enough attention for them, or they just don't see you fit in the product that you're requesting to review. I don't even get any emails sometimes. I send out tons of emails constantly, and I only get a fraction back that will accept or even respond to their emails. So be prepared for no emails back, and if they do reply to you and ask for more information, tell you to wait for a while, and they don't really get back to you, don't be afraid to send them a follow-up email saying, hey, I contacted you about this, you said okay, but we had to wait for a while, I'm just checking up to see. Don't be afraid to send those follow-up emails. Usually that's the one thing that will send them over the edge for getting you a product to review. All right, tip number 4, or 5, or I guess I don't know what tip I'm on, but next tip, be prepared to send the unit back if you get one. Unfortunately, sometimes you don't get to keep review units. That happens to me most of the times, and that's all right. I mean, I get my hands on it. They give you a generous amount of time to use it. They don't just give you a couple days. They'll usually give you a month or 2 or 3 to really review the product and check it out, and then you're going to have to send it back because usually that product is on a review rotation where they have multiple people signed up to review that specific product that you have. It cuts costs for them, and usually you're only using it for a couple of weeks, so it's going to be generally new as it makes the rotations. Next tip, be honest in your reviews. Just because a company is sending you a product doesn't mean that you have to give it a positive review. Of course, they do like that, but I generally believe in giving a true, honest review of a product and my honest opinion about it. If I don't like a product, I'll tell you that I don't like it. I'll list off the goods, list off the bads. I'm not going to just bash a product, but you generally want to give a full rounded review. Say the goods, say the bads, say where it can improve. That's what makes a great, honest review. All right, next to last tip, always leave an open door. Whether you've already received a review product or you're emailing them for the first time, to receive a review product. Always leave some sort of open door saying, I look forward to working with you. Something like that. It lets them know that you want to work with them in the future to get review products and stuff like that. It kind of gives them that little mentality feel that you really do want to review a product and that you'd be a good fit for them. That's something that I've always done in my emails, and I've gotten emails periodically from companies who may not have responded to me at first, responding to me then, to kind of say, well, do you want to review this different product? It's something that you kind of got to keep in your mind. Keep an open mind and an open door to possibly receive review products. Last tip, don't be afraid. That's one of the biggest things that kind of held me back at the beginning when I was looking for review products, was me being afraid of people saying no to me from not even responding to me. There are big companies out there, those big name brands. You're like, well, they're too big to notice someone small like me. Well, not really, because people that are small like you, well, those are the people that really drive their traffic, their audiences, their products to get bought. So they might say yes. Don't be afraid. The worst that they can say is no. It's not like they're going to jump out of the computer and try to strangle you or anything. No. All they could say is no, or maybe we're not interested. And that's not so bad. I've gotten hundreds of emails just like that. But then there's those 1 and 2 emails that say yes. That makes it all the much more better. Well, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to follow us on our social media profiles on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Google+, all under the username of LogicLounge. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video as well. That helps us along the way. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Until our next video, we'll see you guys later.